Hello everyone, welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we are going to have Alex. Alex from Romania, but he lives in London. So let's see what Alex has to say. Enjoy the interview. Hello.
Hello,
Hello Alex, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm very well, thanks so much. Thanks for being ready on time for me, for the interview.
No worries.
Amazing. Okay Alex, so just before we start the game, just tell me, where are you from?
Well, originally I'm from Romania, but I live in South London.
Oh, where's about?
So I live like about 10 minutes away from the Wimbledon Stadium, like 10 minutes walk.
Amazing. And which city of Romania you come from?
I grew up in like a small town in the village, like in the mountains, in southwest of Romania. So it's like probably not even like Romania. Most of the Romanian people know about the small town that's there.
And how long you've been living in London for?
I lived in the UK for almost 9 years, but I also lived in Bristol for 1.5 years. And I came back to London this January.
Okay, and you have family here as well or not?
Yeah, I came here with my parents, my brother is here, my sister-in-law.
Oh my God, so all your family are here in England?
Yeah.
You're well settled.
Yes, the last time I've been to Romania was for my brother's wedding, about 3.5 years ago.
Okay.
So yeah, there's no reason for me to go back if everyone's here.
And what do you like the most about living in the UK?
What I like the most, the freedom, just like how, like the options that you have having so many options. You can just go anywhere you want. It's just easy.
So sure. And what do you do for a living?
I work as a delivery driver on a moped.
Oh wow, interesting. Yeah. I'm sure you must be a very busy guy.
The good thing about it is that I can choose when I want to work, and like it's very flexible. Yes, it's very flexible.
Absolutely.
But obviously I have to work when, like, if I want to make money, I have to work like lunch and dinner when people are ordering. So, I make money.
Yes, absolutely. I think from last year, since the first lockdown started, I see the delivery people, I think they must be doing so much money because, most of the thing was closed. Everything was closed. And I think they had... I remember like walking around the city or going to work, and I could remember seeing so many guys in delivering, waiting for the food outside the restaurants. I was like, oh my God, those guys, I don't think they've never been so busy in their lives before. So yes, there's always a positive thing coming out of the negativity, always. Yeah,
exactly. I think there's like more jobs now as well with like Amazon and...
Yeah. I think they got more popular now, this delivery got much more popular right now because people got used to it. So now they want to carry on.
People, even now after the lockdown, people just order because they're too comfortable.
Absolutely. Okay, Alex, so welcome to William and the Magic Box. Here my lovely box full of random questions. Okay, I'm just gonna play some music now just for us to get a bit the mood before the first question. Okay, and before we start the game, if there is a question you don't have an answer for, you don't want to answer, I always can change another one. Okay, it's very friendly and relaxed. Ready?
Okay, no worries.
Let's do it. Right, ready for the first question?
Yeah.
Let's do, Alex. Let's do it. What is the biggest difference between you and your best friends?
The biggest difference? Well, I would say... this is... because we're quite similar in some ways, but I think...
I'm sure there's always a difference.
A difference between me and my best friends. It would probably be that I would always just not really care about the situation. I would be like very open and relaxed and just go with the flow, whereas they would like be very dramatic and like think it through and like exaggerate, and I'd be, well, whatever, just do it, just, you know.
Good, very good. You're kind of more open. You're kind of, okay, whatever comes,
Yeah,
do it.
I'm just kind of embracing the situation and dealing with it. I'm not trying to think too much about it, just, you know, experience life. And yeah.
Very good. And your best friends, they are all living in London as well, or?
Yeah.
Cool, great.
Yeah.
Another question for you, Alex, from Romania.
Okay.
Right, let's get the second question for you. Right, do you have an ability that you think no one has or you never met before?
An ability that probably everybody has, like quite similar abilities. I wouldn't be able to say that nobody has it, but an ability that would be special, well, sort of special to me, is just embracing new things that I would have never thought I would do before. Like I would never thought I would be able to ride a moped until I had to do it. So kind of like being pushed into that situation is, and then just like, okay, I have to deal with it. I have to do it. Like,
I see. Cool, good one. Next question for you. Let's do it. Right, before the next question, when you think about Romania, your hometown, what's the first memory that comes to your mind? What do you miss the most about your hometown?
Probably how plain and how like simple it is, and like how quiet it is compared to London, where it's like so busy. There's so many people in the street, and then there's like so many, like I would say not so many, but quite a few poor people as well. So you know, seeing that people are not really like shiny and all dressed up like they are in London, and seeing how like plain they are, how you know.
I see. My flatmate is from Romania. My flatmate, and the other day
Nice.
she cooked the other day a very traditional Romanian food. It was like this kind of roll thing that's very traditional there. I don't remember the name. Oh my god!
Yeah, it's called sarmale.
There we go. It's one of the most.
Yeah, it's very traditional.
I was eating like crazy. I felt even bad because like, oh my god, I cannot stop eating. It was so nice.
Mm-hmm.
Right, next question for you.
Yeah, it's very, very traditional.
Right, next question for you is, what do you miss the most of your childhood and why?
Of my childhood, probably not having the stress or like the responsibilities, and just, you know, relying on my parents that, you know, whatever happens, they're going to be there. But now it's kind of, I have to deal with everything. I have to pay bills. I have to go to work. You know, if I don't go to work, I can't pay the bills. And like, you know, before I was like, when I was a kid, I was just like, okay, I just want like pocket money, or like I'm going out to like play with friends. You know, I wouldn't think about these things. I miss that sometimes.
Absolutely, the freedom, not worrying at all about anything. You just
Yes.
Totally agree with you. Next question for you, Alex. Right, next question is, what's the most dramatic argument you ever had?
Probably over religious views. I find that like a very controversial argument. A lot of people have like different views on that, because it's something that we don't know a lot about. It's just what we're being told. So then everybody has their own opinion, and there's so many arguments that people can use. Yeah, it's just never ending. If you start an argument on religion, you're never gonna end it. You're just gonna give up at some point.
I'll tell you something now. I totally agree with you. It's the same like arguing about religion and politics. It's not gonna get anywhere because you already have your mindset. You know, some people they have this very close mind, and it's very hard for you to try to put your point of view in the other person's. You know, as you said, because the way you've been raised in the religions, you know, you grew up with those beliefs, and for you to kind of face a different view of it, it's quite hard, it's quite difficult for you to kind of get the other, you know what I mean, the other point of view. So
Yeah.
it never ends. As you said, it never ends. Go on and on
Yes.
and on. It never ends. So yeah.
And there's so many stories, and there's so many things that people can use to like say, okay, this is true, this is not true, why this has happened. Like, yeah, it's
very controversial. Very
Yeah.
controversial. So many. There are so many religions. There are so many beliefs. You know.
Exactly.
And, it's hard. It's quite hard to. I learned this lesson. I remember in the past arguing about politics or about religion. And now I just took this halfway on my shoulders, like, okay, if someone comes to me and say, okay, this is about religion, I said, yes, okay. Even if I don't agree or if I don't believe, okay, I listen to it and I don't fight back, because people, they have their own way of thinking about religion. So yeah, so I agree with you.
Absolutely.
Alex, have you enjoyed the show so far?
Yes. Like I haven't actually expected like these sort of questions.
See, make you think. Matchbox.
Yeah, it's like, okay, I'm starting to think about things that I didn't think about in ages, or like I never thought about them.
Good, very good. That's all the show is about. Another question for you. Next question for you is tough one. Let's say someone come up to you and say, Alex, you need to remove forever from your phone, YouTube or Instagram. Which one that would be and why?
Probably I would remove Instagram, because with YouTube you can watch so many things. You can there's a lot more entertainment on what you can do via YouTube, and you can get informed. You can there's documentaries, there's so many things that you can learn. Or like, let's say you're struggling to do something, you just like look it up on YouTube and then they'll show you like a tutorial on how to do it. But then with Instagram, it's just about like sharing your life experiences, your thoughts, your pictures. Is not as educative.
I see.
I'd say.
I see. Yeah, and there is as well, I think I would keep YouTube as well, because there is a show there called Willy and the Magic Box, I think, and it was quite nice to watch.
Yeah.
Right. Next question for you is, what is the most difficult thing have you ever done?
Yeah, great. So I think that like the most difficult thing that I've ever had to do was leaving home, like leaving my parents' home when I moved out on my own, knowing that you know, at some point I'm not gonna like they're not gonna be there anymore, and I'm also like leaving them.
So
we don't leave that part.
But you came to England together, or you came first?
Yes, we came to the UK together. But when I moved out, like from their home in the UK, when we lived together in the UK, and then I moved out.
I see. Was quite hard.
Yeah, because I knew like at some point I would even go back to Romania to retire, but I won't. So like, even like leaving their house, I mean, I knew I needed my freedom and my space, but it was quite a hard decision to do, because I needed my space, but then like I didn't want to leave them, to like not see them as much, because I know that you know, once they retire back to Romania, I'm not gonna see them as often.
I see. Good one. Next question for you. Before the next question, tell me what's the most like misunderstanding of like, or misconception that people has from Romanian people in England. So when you think about like, what do you think people has the misconception of Romanian people in London, in your opinion? Is there any that you think?
I would say about like There's a couple of them. A lot of people may think that Romanian people, like loads of Romanians, are gypsies. That's because well, gypsies are everywhere, to be fair.
Yeah, yeah.
But I guess that Romanians gypsies just went abroad, and probably that's what, like, probably the first people that they've seen were the gypsies, and then they thought, oh, those are the Romanians.
So they kind of generalize everything. They think they thought,
yes. But then there's a lot of other people that when they hear, oh, you're Romanians, they're like really great people. I went to Romania, it was nice. Yeah. So it depends on how
people
developed they are.
Absolutely. Yeah, I totally agree with you. I think there is some people sometimes they misconception about their first impression or what they heard for the first time. So they, you know, they don't think like as a kind of a total of people. I know what I mean. Good one. Next question is, what is the nicest thing a family member has ever done for you?
Oh, well, loads of things. Yeah, so I remember when I was actually talking to my mom about it a few weeks ago. So I remember when I was, I don't know how old I was, around 10. I really wanted to have this, around that time, there was these shoes with the wheel on the back. They came out. I don't know if you
like. Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah,
if you remember them. So it was like
slide the like this.
Yeah, it was like trainers, but then they had like a wheel on the back of the shoe. Yes. You could like remove it and put it back, and then like kids in my school had it, and I was like, oh yeah, I really want them. And then my mom went to like it was like the end of the year, and then my mom was like, well, if you like get good grades throughout the year, like at the end of the like in summer, you can have them. And then my mom went to the shop, and then she came back and she was like, oh, they just sold out of your shoe number, so I don't know, maybe we have to wait or whatever. And then like a few days later, like a couple of days later, she came with a box and like she of shoes, and she gave it to me and everything. So she basically lied to me, saying that they don't have my number, just like sort of like make me disappointed to make me feel better afterwards.
Oh, that's nice. That's sweet. Oh.
That's something that I still remember even to this day.
Oh, very good, very sweet. Sometimes no, most of the time the parents, they know how to surprise us.
Exactly.
Yeah, they know. I had situations that actually the same as I don't remember now, but I remember situations as well that I was like, I wanted so badly something, and or maybe in Christmas time, I didn't get the time, but Christmas they were giving to me, or my birthday, there's always something connected with, I remember as well. Another question for you, Alex. Next question for you is, do you know anyone who is living their life to the fullest?
Yeah, I know people that live their lives to the fullest. It's it's just like your views on life, I guess. So what I think, so the way I see it, is people living their life to the fullest in any situation. Depends on what their vision of living life to the fullest is, because some people may be like having a family, or like getting married, having kids. Maybe that's their vision of living life to the fullest. But for other people, it's like maybe traveling, exploring, going like different places. Some people might be buying a new home, or depends whatever people have as their goals in life. But yeah, definitely people either have like families now and they're very happy, and people that they're just like they got their new home, they got a dog.
It's a personal thing, isn't it?
I mean, there's not really a lot you can do at the moment with the lockdown in terms of living to the fullest, but those are sort of like the more achievable things at the moment.
I believe I totally agree with you. I think living life to the fullest, it can be anything for anyone. It's a personal feeling, isn't it? Maybe living the life to the fullest for me, as you said, it could be like buying a house, or getting a dog, or just like having something that makes me feel happy. I agree.
Yeah, or like partying every night, or being like settled financially, winning the lottery.
Yes. It's getting better. Yeah, partying every night, getting a house, eating the lottery is like, wow.
Yes.
Next question. Right. Next question for you is, what is your most embarrassing moment?
The most embarrassing moment happened, I think, I was partying after work with it was somebody's birthday. And then we just went to the shop, we bought some drinks, like spirits. We had like vodka, tequila, so we just had shots that night. It was like, and then I just lost it at some point. I didn't know like what was going on, and then I went home. I got an Uber home. I got sick on the Uber, and I probably got kicked out. And then I had to get a bus to get home. It was literally just 24 hours bus to my house. So I got on that bus, and then I remember so it was just one bus that I had to get, the 64. And I remember getting off the 64 and then getting on another 64. So I either went too far or I got off too early. And then in between, that's like things that I put together later on. I couldn't remember them the next day. I was like, what happened? And then I probably fell on the floor on like in the bus stop, and I had like a massive scar on my eye, like around my eye. God. And then it got purple, and then it looked like somebody punched me in the face. So I had to go to work like that for like a couple of weeks. So that was like very embarrassing. Like, yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, everybody at work was like, "Oh, what happened? Who punched you?" Or things like that.
That's funny. Right, I have 3 questions left for you. Okay, let's do it.
That's great.
Before the next question, tell me a funny story that happened to you doing your work as delivery.
Oh, okay. Somebody asked me this recently. So it was a friend that asked me, "Oh, so what do you do?" And then like a new friend, and then he asked me like, "Well, what do you do?" So I work for delivery, and then they were like, "Oh, tell me a funny story, like something that's funny that happened to you." And then I just remembered this. It was really funny. So in January, I had a problem with my moped, and I was doing delivery with the car. So I had to deliver to this place. It was so weird. It was like a block of flats, and it had it was like a U, like form of a U. And then I went through the backyard, I think, and I went upstairs. It was so hard to find that flat. And then when I went back downstairs, there were 2 doors. So there was like the door that I came in through, and then there was another door. And I don't really see the point of having that door, but anyway, so I walked out through that door that didn't have an intercom, and it was you needed to have a key to get back in. So I was literally stuck in there. It was like garden thing. It had like a massive massive gates. And I was stuck in there, and I left my phone in the car. So I was literally just stuck in there for I couldn't like contact the customer to like let me out or anything. I don't even know why they had that and why they would have it open. It was probably somebody's private, like probably the ground floor people private backyard or whatever, and then I had to like climb over and like over the gate. It was really funny, and I was just thinking, imagine I was wearing a motorbike gear and a helmet, climbing over that would be almost impossible.
And did you manage to deliver the food on time?
Yeah, like I left I left the food. I gave them the food and everything, and then when I walked back out from the flat, once I delivered the food, I left through like the wrong door. So I didn't go back on the door that I came in through, and I went on the other door. I used the other door. I don't know why, because they just look the same. And then it took me like so long to find that flat, and I was like, okay, I just want to get out of here. And I just like went out through the first door that I've seen, and it was but yeah, it didn't make any sense to have that door there. And then a few months later, I had a delivery right in the same block of flats, and I was like, okay, you're not tricking me this time. And I just looked through the window on the door that I went out to the last time, and I was like, why would you have this?
That's funny. Next question is, if you could stay any age for the rest of your life, what age would that be and why?
If I would, well, I'm not very old. I'm just 23. So yeah, but I think the age that I enjoyed the most was 21, because when I was 21, a lot of things happened, and it felt like there was 2 years into one. I felt like it's never ending. Like I'm gonna be 21 for the rest of my life. So yeah.
Very good.
21 felt forever.
Great. Next question. Next question for you, Alex. What things do you consider to be relationship deal breakers?
I think if you just jump into a relationship too fast without knowing the person fully, that could be later on a relationship breaker, because you probably expect certain things from that person, and then they're completely different. So yeah, I think that's one of the major things. People just jump too fast, and then they realize it's not what they wanted, and it doesn't really work out for them. But then obviously there's other things like trust, or life changes to people, getting a new job, or having to like move, or any of these things can I'm not saying about like the obvious ones, which are cheating and all of that, because that doesn't apply to everyone, but I'm like making it very generalized when I say that certain things happen in your life, and then you just have to like move on, and the other person, you can't take everything with you, you can't take that person with you, or maybe they're not happy with the changes that you make in your life, and you have to choose either them or your happiness. Yeah, I mean, regarding the previous one, I always take time to get to know the person before I jump into a relationship. So let's say I start dating somebody, it would take me like, I don't know, at least 6 months of just dating before I can call it a relationship, because I just don't want to like get disappointed, like make myself an impression of the person that is not true, and then get disappointed for nothing.
Absolutely. You should give time as well to know the person better, to see if you're gonna like the person, to see their little habits as well, what their point of views and everything, to give another big step for sure. Last question. Sure. Let's do it. Before the last question, I would like to ask a little favor. Can you say something in Romania, like a phrase or a saying, something that people say a lot in Romania?
Well, there is the saying that my mom quite says a lot. She always said it, like when I had to like take decisions on certain things, she would always just tell me this. So it's well, let me say it right. So yeah, it says nu da cioara din mână pe vrabia din gard. So it means don't give the so it says, yeah, so don't give the crow from your hand for the bird in the fence. So it basically says, like, if you have something that is like all right, and then you want to get something that is a lot better, but it's risky, like, don't give up what you have now for something that seems almost impossible, something that's nicer, something that. So if you have like I don't know, if you have a good job, a decent job that pays your bills and everything, and then you just like find a job that would be almost impossible to get, don't leave your job until you have the other one. So don't just make rational decisions based on the fact that you think you're going to get the better option.
Very good, very good. Thanks for that. Thank you. Okay, last question is, what is the best compliment have you ever received?
Depends. I received like compliments on like how my hair looked, or like clothes, or like how I look, like basically how I looked. But then there were like compliments for the work that I've done, which I found more like I found them nice or better, because it was an appreciation of my work. So I felt appreciated rather than just, you know, the looks. I feel like compliments for the work that you do are much more appreciated. Thanking somebody for something that they did for you, instead of like just the way they look or the way they dress, or, you know, that can be anyone. But then not a lot of people would do something, you know, for you that you can compliment. Say a job that's well done, or a favor that you do to somebody, it's something that you should compliment.
Good, very good. Right, let's play now the word association game, okay? I'm going to give away some words, and you just tell me one word that comes to your mind, okay? Quick thinking. Ready?
Okay.
Let's start with family.
Trust.
Love.
Imagination.
Money.
Hard work.
Sex.
Sex. Pleasure.
Okay. Politics.
Money.
Religion.
Arguments.
Fear.
Loss.
Friendship.
Trust.
Desire.
Goals.
Regrets.
Fear.
Okay. Success.
Joy.
Happiness.
Happiness. Because I've just said joy. Happiness. Life.
Okay. Wish.
Magic.
Okay. How about London? One word.
Busy.
And the last one now, Romania.
Home.
Good, good. Let's pretend I'm going to meet your lovely mom for a cup of tea, and I'm going to ask her, tell me the most beautiful thing about Alex, and tell me something that he needs to improve on. What do you think your mom will tell me?
Oh, I think she'll go on for ages about loads of things. The most beautiful thing about me is she'll probably go and say that, you know, I'm authentic, and I always do what I like. I always take decisions with my heart, and I always do what I think is best, without taking people's judgment or like whatever like people think of my decisions.
And what do you think should say that you need to improve on?
Probably improving. Probably she would think that I would need a better job. Like she always tells me that, oh, when you're gonna get like a real job, and like she has like this view about you know, working contract, having something secure. Yeah, she just thinks of like the job that I do now, that is just like something that, you know, you can do like on the side probably, or it's not like a serious thing. But then, you know, I'm trying to like tell her that, you know, I'm happy because, you know, I'm flexible, I don't have a boss, I can do whatever I want whenever I want. You know, I don't need to ask for the days off or holidays, or I can just be my own boss and yeah, and just plan my life the way I want around work. That's the best thing that I like about my job at the moment. But then my mom would go and say, oh, you should like get like sort of like a 9 to 5 job and all that stuff.
She's doing her job. She's just doing her job to
Yeah,
protect
she's doing her job.
to protect you. Right, let's play now. Alex in the magic box, and you can ask me a question, okay? Okay, you can ask me a question now.
So, what are your views on the LGBTQ, what's going on right now with the LGBTQ coming out of Pride Month? What do you think, like, what is your view on the whole topic?
Beautiful question. I love the question. Very good, Alex. I believe that we, I think LGBTQIA, you know, I think we in the past, I think people in the past, they went through a lot. They still go through that. I think, but in the past, I think people, they had a harder life, and I think they stand up for themselves in the past. For us to get the place where we are right now. I think we are lucky to have kind of support. I think we live in a place where we have a lot of support. Of course, there are still things that need to be worked on, things that you need to improve. But I believe that I always feel grateful for those people in the past, in the 80s, in the 70s, when they kind of stand up for themselves. You know, they had much tougher life. They went through a harder time to, you know what I mean, to embrace the community, to be themselves,
exactly.
to be themselves, to kind of, you know, stand up to themselves and see that we are all equal. You know, there are no difference. It doesn't matter if you are gay or if you are, you know, lesbian or transsexual or anything in the LGBTQIA community. I think everyone. I think in the past they went through a harder life, and I think we still are embracing, or still kind of, you know, standing up out there to get to show, to make people understand that we are equal. That people, just because we are gay, it doesn't mean that you are different. You know, everyone is the same. We are in the same world, sharing the same. You know, we are sharing the same rules. You know, so I believe that right now.
We're all human.
I think, yes, I think right now, I think everyone, we are still fighting for it, you know, but I believe that we are improving a lot. I think we give like a massive, a big step compared with the 80s, the 90s, the 70s or 60s. Yeah. I think we are in a much better place right now. And I think we need to be thankful to those people in the past when they stand up and themselves.
Definitely.
A harder life. But I think we still need a lot to, you know, to improve, you know, to not to improve, but to kind of make people
send a message.
To send a message away, to make people out there see the same way as you see, that we are human beings. We are, just because we are gay, it doesn't mean that we are different. We are just part of the same world. You know. So I think my opinion on that is just we are in a better place right now. But I think we still have a lot to you know what I mean, to kind of to be there, you know what I mean, to get to the point where the equality we are trying to get in the point we are everyone is equal. Doesn't matter if you're man, girl, gay, lesbian, anything, but we are all equal, and we just need to respect. So I think that we are going, we are going in the right direction. I believe there are lots still to be done, but I think we are going in the right direction. I think people, they are more accepting than before. I think we always need to be grateful for those in the past who fights, you know what I mean, who fought a lot for us to be in the place where we are right now. That's for sure. Yeah,
I think that we are very lucky in this country that we have so many laws that protect us, but then in other countries you can even be sent to jail for being gay. You can be sent to death. There's like death sentence in some countries. There is a lot to do probably in other countries rather than in the ones that have developed so much.
Absolutely. As I said, we are in a very good place right now, but there's still a lot to be changed, a lot to be improved and changed, that's for sure. And I've done already over 400 people worldwide, and it's the first question you asked me that. Nobody asked this question yet. Good, very good for you.
Really?
Wow, yes, well done.
Yeah,
Alex,
because it's like there's so much that's just happened right now around the world regarding the LGBTQ scene, and so much violence and people dying and beaten up to death and so many attacks, and it's just it's just outrageous that this is still happening even today.
Absolutely. But I
in
think
countries like in modern countries as well.
Absolutely, totally. Even here in London, sometimes you see the news, something that you never thought that would happen here in London, So yeah,
exactly. You feel like you're safe, but then on the other side, you might not be as safe.
Absolutely. As I said, there's a lot of work still to do, but we are in a better place compared with the past, that's for sure. Alex, did you have a good time?
True. Yes, I enjoyed it. It was a lot of mind work and things to remember and put together and answer. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thanks for taking the time as well into the interview.
Thank you.
I know you have a busy day today. You have a birthday to go. You have that haircut to do it. But thanks so much. Thanks for taking the time.
Yeah. That's fine. I mean, I really enjoyed that.
Very good. Thanks so much. And before you go, don't you mind to share a positive message or a positive quote, something that inspires you in life?
I think the best thing that I can say to like everyone that I've learned from my own experience is just to be yourself.
Absolutely.
Because you only have one life, and then if you're not living it, being yourself and being happy, whatever happiness means to you, then why it's not worth living if you're not happy, or if you're not going towards what makes you happy.
Absolutely, totally agree with you. I think you have the only precious tool that you have is being yourself. It's the only way.
Exactly, and enjoy whatever you want to be. Like, enjoy your life the way you want.
Absolutely. Alex, thank you so much. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure connecting with you. It was amazing. I really enjoyed the interview. Thank you. And enjoy the birthday party and enjoy your day, okay? Have a nice weekend.
Thank you. You too. Enjoy the rest of your interviews.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Hope you're going to have fun.
Yes.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you. So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, to share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com, and send us a request saying why you'd like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye-bye. See you next time.